school at this point, so like, are there just
great content. So this project actually is a truly collaborative one, and that it began from the research of the team here at Sharjah Arts Foundation. So with me here, Soraya Kudiya, Khalid Jaffer, and also somewhere John Nabi. And together we began to engage with research around what does it mean to think about cultural production in the region that we call the Afro-Asian context. What are the historical mechanisms and tools which artists have used? And we became obsessed with the fact that so many artists were using paper, the most fragile of mediums, and that people were thinking that they were paintings. People were not able to decode the material, but also that many of these works were under threat of erosion or being destroyed. So we developed a research program to try and conserve and imagine how the artists would have wanted these works to be. And so we thought of this title, Drawing Time, to think of the idea that these artists are actually creating and making history. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to have really a tour inside the exhibition if we walk together. It's, as I mentioned, very intimately scaled, and it's called duets because all of the works are paired together through a careful sonography. They are having a conversation, they're singing a song, literally and figuratively, and I hope that you enjoy, so come on in and join us. Or George Edward. It just so happens that Sharjah Arts Foundation has the Sudanese artists' archive and works that were acquired after the artist's passing. But the work, the archives, had incredible stories that needed attention. We noticed that the works were all signed as two different people, that this person embodied a character who never left Sudan, and that George Edward, the white avatar, the British man, the Englishman, traveled the world. And Soraya asked the question, which was?
So basically the question was, why the Englishman? Is this working?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so why the Englishman? From someone who was born in Sudan in 1939 during a period of liberation. And this is where the investigation continued. And it's still going on, so we still are digging in the archives to find an answer, actually, hopefully.
And one of the things we found were postcards to and from George Edward, which may have been postcards to and from himself that were airmail stamped. But one thing that Soraya found when working with Khalid was also a biography of this George Edward character, which is presented here. One of the things that I felt is that this particular image evinces the constant idea of doubling and pairing that was evident in Omar al-Khali's work. So we took it out and also rescued it from deterioration. But as we go on into the space, we find these pictures of the violence of those animals towards bodies of color. And I say this now, bodies of color, because one of the subtexts within the show is that all the artists to some extent are negotiating their privilege, but also their race in the work that they produce. So we also have here works that kind of forms the building blocks of all the work that she makes. The idea of thinking of scenography as an architect, these sketchbooks before, but what we did was we worked with the family to create space to take care of these works. So you're seeing basically the subconscious interior of these artists' lives and worlds. Now, this is a very particularly intimate and special moment, which is two works by Ibrahim al-Salahi, who we often call visionary modernist, who lives now in Oxford. And this is a self-portrait that is produced in ink in a very kind of rudimentary style. And then next to him, a portrait also by him of the great modernist Picasso. institution of a space, to create a space to be seen, a visual space to be seen. And so that's why it's also across through these works, two works by Amal al-Khairi, which also have been partially restored, which still require more work, an interior and an exterior scene, but also another work by David on racial violence that happened in the mid-80s and mid-70s during the Brixton race riots, and also another, which is another work we have in Songs,